Welcome back to episode 325 of the Bad Taste Video Podcast. I'm Mike. I'm here with my man Grizz, and we're diving into a Halloween horror, sort of, metal movie. Unfortunately, we don't have EK Wimmer on here from the Laser Grace podcast, but this is still going to be fucking awesome. But before that, let's hit that intro. I don't know what happened there with the intro, but that's fine. We are covering Rocktober Blood from 1984. We were expecting something to play, but it didn't end up playing. That's okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, nope, that's fine. At least you got the, what the hell is the actual name of that song by Methadone Abortion Clinic, our intro song?
Diary of
Is it Diarrhea of a Bad Band or something like
Diary
that?
of a Bad Band, yeah.
Yeah, graciously allowed to use that as the intro. We don't even know the name of the fucking song. That's just whatever. But it is October. We are recording live on October 8th, so we're in the second week of October at this point. Another 2 days, this will go live in the podcast realm. But we're diving into these fall movies, these Halloween movies. Is Rocktober Blood a Halloween movie? Not really. There's a mask. There's a guy in a mask. That's
there is the word October is implied.
Yeah,
there's a guy in a mask.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this is a 50-50, like it's a borderline Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not like in your face, I'm a fucking, Halloween party having fucking scary house looking motherfucker, but on this, it's got some Halloweenish undertones to it. I guess.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously a lot of metal horror movies take place during the Halloween season. You got Trick or Treat. You have fucking what's it called? Hack-O-Lantern.
Hack-O-Lantern's number one.
That's the obvious one. That's the obvious obvious number one. I think Trick or Treat is the obvious number two. The Sammy Kerr.
Now you're talking. Let's be specific.
I'm talking about the fucking Fastway, 80s metal fucking ragman Trick or Treat. I feel like that's like the obvious number two. Because that one is a direct, like 100% Halloween movie.
The more I'm thinking about it, this one is a hard sell for Halloween, I guess. The only thing tying it to it would be the name that implies October. Because I'm looking at it like this is so similar, not even similar, but like this is in the same realm of like Black Roses. Like if this is a Halloween movie, then fucking Black Roses is a Halloween movie. Black Roses isn't a Halloween.
Yeah. Well, this is named after the band, right? The band is called Rocktober Blood. What do you think as a band name?
I was gonna say
pretty lame. Pretty lame for a band name.
Pretty fucking lame, dude. Yeah.
Pretty lame for a band name. Pretty good for a movie name. It's funny
great
how that
fucking
works,
movie name,
right?
For sure. It's a name that deserves a better movie than what we were given. I'm not shitting on the movie. I'm just saying it's a name that deserves more.
See, we kind of had a little talk before this where I was like, I used to like, not that I didn't like this movie. I just thought it was like, all right, like it was pretty good. I liked it a lot more this time around. Watching it now, for whatever reason, maybe because I've watched so much fucking like bottom of the barrel stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Where this is like a fucking like Scorsese film compared to some of the things we've watched. I don't know. And you had like kind of like the opposite where you remembered liking it more than you did.
I
Right?
used to love this movie, dude. Like, I don't know if it was just like it's fucking metal, you know. Like, I was easily sold at anything, especially like metal and horror together. That's like a fucking can't miss, combination. But now that I guess because I have watched so much and I review so many movies every week with you, I watch them in a little bit of a different way when I'm doing them for the podcast. I try to take a little bit of my own like, I love it because it's metal and it's horror, and I try to actually watch the movie and be like, all right, is it a good fucking movie? And with this one, I just found this watch to be a little bit on the boring side. I just think there's a lot of filler, not a lot of thriller, and the kills are a little lackluster, man. Just it doesn't really hit all the notes that I want it to, but it hits one big note, and that is some fucking killer heavy metal concert fucking scenes, man,
Yes.
which is a must in these movies.
The music in this movie is A+. Is it better than Devil's Son and like all the stuff from Trick or Treat? I think it's like up there, but I don't think it's quite as good. I feel like those bands like DC LaCroix and Fastway, like you could listen to that shit just like in your normal rotation. Like they're just
It's
straight
Lizzie
up.
Borden, dude. Lizzie Borden and Black Roses.
Well,
is
same thing. Like they're just straight up like just good fucking bands that happen to,
get picked up for a project. Like
exactly. And this is kind of like it's got like gimmicky type songs. I mean, Sorcery is a real band.
But they're a gimmicky band also. This is like pretty much not as evil. Sorcery was more like medieval, I guess. Like they were definitely more of like Tolkien fucking
like a Dio type thing.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Whereas like the band in this is like evil fucking Satan, like that whole concept. So it's like a cooler version of Sorcery, I guess is what we got here.
I really like when they try to portray like a band as like evil or like a person in a band as evil.
Yeah,
in like the mid 80s. Because it's so like exaggerated. It's so corny compared to like what like a real legit like person in that situation would be like, which at that time you're starting to get musicians that are truly like living the life, like living the gimmick.
Yeah. So it's funny, dude, because like the character in this movie, the bad guy, I guess, that would come back to fucking,
Billy.
the killer in this movie. Yeah, like his idea of like what's evil and badass is this like makeup that he's wearing at times, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is not it. Like this is not
like
evil at all.
Like a Joker type thing, not like Batman Joker, like a
It's like a clown that put his makeup on in the dark, dude. It looks fucking horrible. It was so bad.
Well, he's wearing like a popped collar, like polo shirt half the time. He's got the one look. What is it? Like a red shirt with like a leather vest or something.
Dude. So okay, in the vein of that, then like out of all these different movies, like who has like the most legit, like evil fucking like character that for like the band that like feels authentic?
Does it have to be like Halloween or just like
no? I'm talking like not Halloween movies. I'm talking about like rock and metal.
Anything, just any movie like rock and metal.
Yeah.
Type.
Because like I think of like obviously I love Black Roses, but the fucking lead dude in that is a total weirdo. Like doesn't come off evil, just kind of comes off kind of like cult leader-ish and shit like that. But for me, it's like Hack-O-Lantern, like that dude's evil.
Like High Pike, like the dad.
Oh, I mean, yeah, him for sure. But the younger,
the kid, like the son, the grandson,
the grandson of fucking Hyde Pike, who's doing the fucking weightlifting and the karate with the fucking shit in the basement,
cut off.
He feels legitimate. Like he's the real deal.
Man, let me. I want to try to like really think about this because I feel like feel like we're missing something, man. I mean, like, as the bad guy, I think like Sammy Kerr
I was gonna say
from
Sammy's
Trick or
definitely got
Treat,
to
like
feel
that's like an
authentic,
obvious like good one. Um, man, a
Homie from
good
Shock 'em Dead is like a total nerd, just like turned into like a dude in a bad situation and shit like
yeah.
that. So it doesn't really fit.
Shit, man. Like, we gotta be missing something. We got, out of all these fucking, like, metal horror movies that we've watched, like, who is
Oh,
the
what's the
most
one?
evil?
Heavy Metal Nightmare or something like that? Is that the fucking one with the dude who's
It's
like
like a
killing all the?
zombie?
What is it?
The one where he's like a
Heavy Metal
zombie?
Massacre. I
Oh,
think that's the
oh,
name of it, right?
oh. Oh, yeah, that's the one with the dude with the blonde hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say the blonde haired dude who's like sledgehammering at people.
I don't think I believe that one, man. I don't think
No,
he didn't
that
have
dude
that
feels
feeling.
the least authentic.
Man, it's really hard to say, and like, who feels the most authentic as like an evil metal frontman. I'm gonna have to think about it. Maybe we'll come back to this when it pops
It's
in my
certainly
head.
not this guy though. That's for
Definitely
sure.
not. Definitely not Billy. Chris, why don't you give a little synopsis of Rocktober Blood?
A guy and his band, the dude loses his mind, goes on a killing spree, and he gets fingered by one of the singers. Not actually that way, but more so as told on. And he comes back for revenge years later when she's reestablished herself in the hit band Rocktober Blood.
There you go, man. It's and this is, I have my VHS copy right here.
This guy.
Yeah, of course I have this shit, dude. Are you kidding me?
Could you get a less faded copy, Mike? Jesus.
I know. Look at the back. Look at the back. I thought this is legit video store.
No, it's legit.
rental
That's how
copy.
it is. That's a good deal.
Hey, there's a certain thing when it comes to like the videotape, like this, what movie is it and all that shit, where like a faded or beat up copy sometimes just makes it like
Feels better. Yeah.
exactly. It just fits the aesthetic of the film.
I know that like sat on a video store shelf for fucking years.
Being
because of the way
unrented. Yeah, nobody fucking touching it. Nobody gives a fuck about it until some moron finally grabs it for $1 and then resells it on eBay for 25. I don't even remember where I got Rocktober Blood from, to be honest. I've had that one for a while.
I got my copy from fucking Tapes from the Crypt, and it was like super cheap. Me and Tim made a deal at VHS Fest 1 where we were talking about it. And he was like, "Oh, I got one at the fucking house. I don't want blah blah blah," and like he actually came through and fucking sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh." I was like, this dude's fucking legit, and that's how like our friendship started. Was
My
like
man Tim, the pizza
that
man.
dude coming through with the fucking tape.
Yeah, the fucking pizza man.
The
We
pizza
got-
man himself,
I want everybody to see, like, I'm still thinking about who's the most evil fucking frontman from a movie, like a metal horror movie. Can I actually got one? The nightclub owner from Hellraiser 3.
dude. That fucking wait, like the dude that's all fucking like
That's like
into like
he's like feeding people to the fucking pillar.
yeah,
to the pinhead pillar.
and like he gets all fucked up in his like his sex dungeon and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's the winner, man. I think that's the
He
dude.
does feel authentic, man. Because he's sold into the
He's
fucking deal.
100% it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good fucking dig, man. Good call out.
So this movie has like an interesting twist. We'll talk about what it actually is towards the end, because obviously we need to build up to something. But they totally fucking got me. I remember the first time I had no idea what the fuck was going on. But this movie has like one of those really good intros where you have the dude like recording his fucking like vocal track for the song, and it's the theme for the song, the I'm Back song. Man,
I had it in the intro. I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but you would have saw it there.
Yeah, it's all right. But like, it's such a good intro for this movie, and the song fits so well in multiple parts of the film. I just think that like they should have fucking like leaned more into the music and stuff.
Oh,
And you know what I mean? Like I feel like they should have played more sorcery, bro.
yeah. I mean, at times, yes, but man, like the problem with the first like 2 minutes of that intro is amazing, great. The problem being though is that fucking opening song goes on for like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, but I love it.
It's so fucking much, and that's kind of like was my beef with this during this watch was like, man, if I'm like just somebody coming in to watch this fucking movie, this is already turning me like super away from this because like the first part's cool with him like bang the fucking microphone, but then it's just like continuing on and like the fucking rainbow eyes and like, all right, come on. The song is cool at the end, which we'll get to, but at this beginning part in the studio, I thought it was fucking. It needs the stage presence.
You need like the rest of the band fucking up there in their spandex and all that shit.
I need to feel it, man. I wasn't feeling it in the studio.
I gotcha. But yeah, you kind of see in the beginning that like Billy is a dick, right? Like he that like the I guess it's like an ex-girlfriend or just a girl he like hangs out with or whatever. But she's at the studio and like he's like, yeah, I gotta go. I got a hot date. She's like, it's late. And he's like, yeah, what can I say? She wants my bod. And he's like really kind of a dick to her, right? And he's like, I wrote a song for you. Like, it's Rainbow Eyes.
Yeah, sing your song, lady. And he's definitely a dick.
Yeah.
But then like I love this like sequence of murders that we get that basically opens this movie up. And this is what like originally always sold me on the movie was that like it kicks off right away with some violence and it's like, oh, we're getting a fucking slasher. This should be pretty cool, you know?
I agree. Where you want to start, man? What do you want to show first?
Well, I mean, it all kicks off basically after this recording session with one of our musicians here. He's just fucking done jamming, dude. You know, he's having a fucking drink. He's doing one of his favorite things, man. He's playing a little pinball. This fucking asshole comes and ruins his night. I'd be so upset. Having a schmag, just having a good time, dude.
Dude, this is some recording studio.
Back already.
Oh, back already. This is
Those
like
the
the recording engineer, right? He's like,
Yeah.
it's terminated. Yeah, he gets his fucking throat cut. Bah! And then his face fucking smashed through the pinball machine. I love that, dude. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good for like a low budget horror movie from the mid
An 84? Yeah, sure.
Looks pretty
I
fucking
gotta give it some leeway for that.
good. Ain't no problem.
I watched this. Yeah, I watched this and I'm like, come on, that's the fucking throat cut we get. Like, come on, there gotta be. But it's 84. It's low budget. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get. I'm okay with it, I guess.
So yeah, I think we're definitely tempered by the things we've watched.
100%. I am fucking ruined.
We're like sometimes you get the throat cut and it looks like they just had like a Crayola marker, like those shitty markers, like just kind of rub against their neck, like. But in this case, looks pretty good. Okay. But this dude just decides. This dude, I'm putting my air quotes in.
Don't give it away.
Yeah. Just goes on a fucking rampage. He just starts killing everybody that's in the fucking the recording studio. That he just snapped basically, right? Like like he's gone postal, as they would say.
There's a great kill where he like grabs the one chick. She's like a makeup person, I think, or whatever. But or I think she might be a sound tech because he like hangs her up on like the wire fucking pegboard and just like fucking grabs her and is just like bloop and fucking sticks her to that shit.
Yeah, he's got like superhuman strength at this point. He picks her up like under her arms and just like launches her into like
that's the best part. You fucking
yeah, into like the
push.
peg that you would put like cables on and shit. You see the blood dripping down her, like very Halloween.
Oh,
right?
That's the worst way to get pegged, dude. Fuck that.
In this opening sequence, is this where we have the hot tub one also?
No, that's actually like mid
That's the mid one.
midway
All right.
through. Yeah, there is a hot tub scene in the beginning, but nothing ever really builds up to it. Just some boobs. It's like, oh, okay, here we go.
Can't-
This is what we're getting into now.
Can't play that here. Can't play that here.
No, those are my own personal clips.
But basically, Billy goes through. He's killing all these people, and eventually he gets to the female. What is she? Is she like? It's an ex-girlfriend, I guess, because they like were living together and hanging out and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But
definitely a love interest of some type or a scorned lover, but still a part of the band.
she's like a
'Cause
background
she was
singer.
like doing backing vocals, you know. She was like the chick singer for like this band they were in. It was almost like split vocal sections and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what the whole relation. I feel like they were lovers at one point. He wrote a fucking song for her, for Christ's sake.
Well, he wrote a song for the other girl too.
He's in love with a lot of people, Mike. It happens.
He's got a lot of love to give. But eventually, she's able to escape him, and we get the flash forward, right? What is it? 2 years later? Did they say
2
or
years.
one?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years later, and she's now the lead singer of Rocktober Blood.
Interesting.
Kind of fucked up, man. Kind of fucked
Yeah.
up. And we learned that like she had to go through a whole court process. They didn't do the thing where he was like, he wasn't killed in a fucking hail of gunfire at the studio. He went through the prison system and he was eventually executed, right? Which is the fastest execution I think I've ever seen. Is
Yeah, because
like
he
2
like
fucking
cuts
years.
her boob in the studio, and as he's like cutting her boob and like making her sing, a fucking guard like walks in and like he like chases after the guard like I'm gonna kill you. That's like the last we see of like him running out of the studio.
Let's read.
Shut up! I hate the way you sing my songs.
I hate the
I
way
know
you
this.
sing this.
You need a little help.
What a prick.
I like this.
There's no fear in your
There's
voice.
no fear in your voice. What?
Sing!
I wear my skirt short. I like
That ain't
to read
singing.
porn.
He's like, that's definitely not gonna do it.
His acting is fucking hilarious.
Me wanna puke.
Shut up. You make me sick. You make me want to puke.
You should have did that role, dude. It'd been way better.
I should have dressed like him for tonight.
Oh, put the makeup on.
Yeah, fuck yeah. But she's now the singer, and they're touring the United States. They blew up, right? Or they were already pretty famous, I guess, right?
Yeah, they were like they were touring and stuff before or whatever. So I guess they were definitely like a national act. But I feel like now it's like become an even bigger thing. My favorite person in this entire fucking movie is this fucking scumbag like news fucking reporter.
Oh yeah.
This character doesn't mean anything in this fucking movie at all. It's a one-off character
Just like
we
an
see in the
insert,
fucking
dude.
beginning. But I had to take the clip because I was like, this is my guy. This is
Get out as quick as we possibly can. I don't want to fuck around with this shit. I want to get drunk. I want to get laid. In that order. You got it? Okay.
Got it.
You with me?
Yeah.
You with me, Mel?
All the way.
All right. Okay. Let's we'll set up by this coffin. The kids love all this death crap. Hold on.
Sure.
Tootski, get us going.
Little Tootski, get her going.
The girl in the back is just staring at him doing this cocaine.
You think she even knows that they're filming right now, or she's just like casually watching this guy do coke? Like,
No.
He's like, am I clean? And he's like, no, no.
you know, it's so funny you mentioned that girl in the background because I noticed that the last time I watched it.
Yeah.
Also, like her just
She's like,
looking like, yeah,
Damn,
like
I
this,
watched
what's
some of that
going on?
cocaine. She's like,
I think I'll try some of that cocaine.
yeah.
What do you think, man? Do you like the band with Billy, or do you like the band with the girl singer, female singer?
I like it with the girl singer.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Billy as the front man. He's got that danger to him.
I will say, like, in the end, when we see the big finale concert, the combo is really where it's at.
They got to do like the Meatloaf duet.
Oh, the Paradise by the Dashboard
Yeah.
light duet? Yes, dude.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
exactly what they got to do.
So this whole
So
movie is basically people now are getting killed, disappearing. She's having like dreams of Billy. She thinks that she's seeing him and stuff. There's actually a really cool dream sequence. Well, it's not a dream sequence. She has like a hallucination when they decide casually to go dig him up so she could see he's actually dead. And it's like a pretty cool sequence of him being like a corpse waking up and being like, I'm back. I love this shit.
This is so good.
She slowly opens the casket door.
The only way to open a casket.
Slowly. He's like zombie looking, his eyes open. And he grabs her. Man, what the fuck would you do if you opened up a fucking casket like that? And yeah, he's it's all a hallucination. He's just like a skeleton.
Bones and worms.
It looked like a snake going through his fucking head.
It's always a snake.
But what would you do if you opened up a casket somewhere and the thing fucking opened its eyes and like looked at you?
Oh man, I mean, what else? You got to try to decapitate it. I mean, I think that's like the only thing.
You'd go on the immediate offense.
Is there any other thing you can do in that scenario? You're in a hole.
Well, what if he's like good?
Oh fuck, then I'm a dick.
Like you're immediately thinking it's a bad thing. Like what if he's
like, bro, I'm just fucking. Dude, I'd feel so bad. Then.
He might be like Jesus, bro. Like, he's like, I'm
stuck his
down
head
here.
Off, dude. Fuck that.
Well, he's just like, yo, I came back, man, but I've been stuck down here. I couldn't get out. Like, yeah,
he's not getting out.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Would you ask questions first? Would you be like, yo, what's it's gonna be? I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
If he opened his eyes and he says like, you know, something like, I'm back, motherfucker, and he comes at me, I'm gonna fucking
immediate decap. Done.
Dude, Jackie Chan his head off. It's over. Like, I'm not even fucking playing around. But if he's just like, oh, what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, what the fuck's up, dude?
If he's gonna be like, if he's all confused and shit, would you be
what
like,
happened? I'd be like, let's find out, bud. And I'd fucking help him out and fucking get to the bottom of it. Dude.
All right. See, I like that. I feel like that I would be the same way. I'd really have to gauge his reaction. Like,
what's his energy? You know,
yeah.
like,
what are you giving off? Are you giving off like Return of the Living Dead vibes, or are you giving off like
Ido vibes?
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Just like we'll figure it out.
Yeah, man. I have a feeling we wouldn't be so lucky. I feel like it would be like a ravenous wombat coming at you.
I'm done.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty terrifying to think about, actually. Right?
I don't like it.
Where I live now, dude, where I live now, I don't know if you noticed when you came here, but there's a cemetery, like literally like behind the houses across the street from me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like,
around that hill.
And the other day, like I'm walking around the block and I look and I'm like, oh fuck, there's another one over there. There's one like on the other side. Like, so I'm fucked, man. That's it. If
dude,
the dead
there's
rise,
like videos from like the floods and stuff like that from the last hurricane where like there was like caskets like floating down the fucking like streets.
Oh yeah,
like
that happened
in the
with
floodwater.
That happened with Katrina also.
Dude,
fucked up, right?
Yeah, some like poltergeist shit, dude. Just like caskets popping up.
The problem with that is that like it's hard once they're gone, once they're out of if they wash out of the cemetery or whatever, it's hard to figure out who it was, where they came from. It becomes a real issue, you know. That's
how ghosts are made.
Dude, I worked in a cemetery. I think maybe once I saw a ghost, possibly.
Maybe once.
Dude, so the cemetery, the office was the old like cemetery keeper's house.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like modernized. Like there was, you know, it was normal looking on the inside.
Oh, for sure. The history is cool.
But the basement was like old, and there was two entrances to the basement. Like one that was through like the employees only area where like the offices and shit were, and then one that like would go and empty out into the front like lobby area. So I'm coming down I'm going up actually into like the lobby area one, which is of course like the darker side because there's no reason for anybody to be going down there or anything. Everything that like you would need to go down there for was on the opposite side. And I come through the door, and I swear to fucking like I thought I saw somebody like in a black dress, like standing in the lobby. And then like once I like got like around the corner completely, there was nobody there. So that's the only time that I ever thought maybe I saw something.
I like that you say maybe though. I like that you're not like fully in that like I 100%.
Yeah,
because
well,
it's like you had to like. I feel like if you would have came around the corner and there was this fucking
if it was
person
still
in a black
there,
dress
like,
and then
fucking,
she disappeared in front of your
bro,
eyes,
if
like
it was
fuck
like
yeah.
if it was like the Ghostbusters librarian, like fuck yeah, I'd say definitely.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
it was just a brief, like it could have been
It could have been a fucking, you know,
Who knows?
a weird blink that fucking you saw something in, dude. Like that happens to me where I'll fucking catch something that I feel like is in the corner of my eye, but it's like, did I blink weird? Like what the fuck is that?
You might have like
know?
an eye floaty, like
For
one of
sure,
those things. I
I
always
get those.
I used to ask like my supervisors and shit, like, yo, you ever see anything like weird going on here? Like you've been here for a long time and all that
For
shit.
sure.
Nothing ever. Nothing
I've
like
never seen anything, bro.
yeah, it's just
I'm
it's-
receptive to it. I want to fucking see it, dude.
Yeah. I wanted to see it. Please.
Yeah.
Show me. I want to believe. I am the
Fuck
molder.
my head up, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
the shit I need in my life, dude.
Nothing though. Nothing definitive. Nothing to rock my world. What can I say?
I'm just looking for a ghost to rock my world, man.
I'm just looking to have a nervous breakdown after seeing a fucking supernatural entity that I can't comprehend. That kind of like
Bustin' makes me feel good, dude.
Yeah.
Let's fucking see some ghosts.
Well, you know how like it with like all the HP Lovecraft shit, there it's like like a mortal human, a normal human would go mad if they ever saw like the true form of fucking
Old God.
whoever. Yeah. It's like one of those things where it's like I feel like most people would literally just fucking like something in your brain would just snap and you would just never be the same. You know,
That's
that
why it's
really
like as
fuck
much
you
as
up.
I love these ghost shows that I watch, dude. I fucking watch Ghost Adventures all the time. I watch the old school Ghost Hunters. I watch this buzzworthy fucking Factor Fiction ghost. I watch a bunch of these fucking ghost shows, dude. And with every single one of them, I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. But it's entertaining because, like, I just feel like, you know, it has to be so staged in some,
It is.
you know, aspect.
It
It has.
It for sure is. This is my whole thing. Do you want this is my ghost
Dude,
theory?
we're
do
here
it,
right
'cause
now. Let's
it's
talk about it.
Halloween season. It's time for the ghost theory of whatever. So, if ghosts were truly real, right? If it was a true thing, right?
100%.
What does that mean now? That there's another dimension out there, right? That there's an alternate reality to ours that sometimes intertwines, right?
Right.
If that was the case, why would it always just be like a human? You know what I mean? Like a human ghost. Sometimes you'll hear of like a dog ghost or something, but like, why is it never like the ghost of something totally like innocuous? You know what I mean? Or something fucking terrifying, like legitimately like a gigantic fucking thing, like a dinosaur of some sort.
That, you know, brings me to the kind of the reason why I feel like it too is because if ghosts are real, the amount of people that are alive compared to the amount of people that have died, by fucking averages
Astronomical.
alone, there'd be fucking ghosts everywhere, dude.
Yeah, every time you blink, there would be a ghost.
And how come ghosts are always like,
They always want
Old.
something. Yeah.
they're
Why
always
they would-
old. They're never like, oh, here's a ghost from 5 years ago who's like wearing like Jankos and fucking like, they're always like, oh, here's a turn of the century madam in a white dress and
Axe
shit. Like,
murderer. Yeah.
yeah,
It's always
dude,
something.
like, come on. Like,
Here's a question. Like in the 50s, did they have like a prom ghost story? Like about you see a woman in a carriage?
oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like-
interesting. Yeah. Like, is that just a retold version of an older tale?
Another thing about ghosts that if it was like truly a thing, our government would be all over that shit, trying to make that like
It'd have to be.
like
right?
trying to explore like, oh, to what extent does this other universe cross over and what can we do with it? doing real like fucking From Beyond shit. You know what I mean? With the resonator and all that shit.
Does seeing a fucking legitimate, like an undeniable spirit to you, you see this thing, does that change how you look at, spirituality for yourself?
Of course.
It does.
That's legit proof. That's legitimate proof of
Proof
something
of what,
else.
though?
Of something else. Of something beyond.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then that would fuck me up, because then I would be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, who was right? Was anybody right? You know what I mean? Like,
what is right? What's wrong?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, dude.
Exactly. Then that fucks me up. Hopefully it's somebody
I feel like it's
know.
a mind fuck for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully it's like my favorite grandparent or something, and like they come fucking.
Oh,
you know.
See, now that's different. Like, if you see a fucking, like a relative, like a loved one, that's gotta fuck you up for sure. That's gotta be wild.
I don't know, man. Ghost shit is fucking crazy. But there are
Never
no
happened.
ghosts. There are no fucking ghosts in this movie, at least. To be determined in our reality. We're not saying no. We're just saying, show us the money.
Yeah, dude.
Prove it.
Give me the money shot.
We're open to this shit. We believe in aliens. Grizz is a big Sasquatch
Yeah.
proponent.
I am a big Sasquatch, so you got that.
He's a squatcher. He's waiting. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to Sasquatch Fest or whatever the fuck that was. They just had that not too long ago.
Make it happen next year.
Yeah, but it's possible. Anything's possible, but not in Rocktober blood, because people are getting knocked off by a physical human just fucking people up, and they think it's Billy. But can we talk about how this death could have been almost awesome, but it wasn't? And that is the ironing, the clothes iron. I can't even say that. Clothes iron.
Clothes iron. That's a fucking.
That's a hard one for me.
God damn. I ain't gonna try it again.
Iron.
But that death could have been way fucking better. This was like a throwaway fucking kill, but the premise of it is so awesome. Where I was like, this could have been cool. It could have. All right. So like, does this go in a gory direction, or you could have like also play this out in a very Looney Tunes direction, where like you show a big flattened out iron face.
Oh no!
After
I need the gore. I need this iron to like end up like into the fucking spinal cord or something.
Oh, that's nice to fucking plunge it.
So she's getting ready in her room. I knew it wasn't, but Billy, wearing a wonderful T-shirt of like musical notes, and he takes the iron, the clothes iron, and puts it right to her throat. And all you get is a little bit of smoke that comes out. You don't really see anything, and she immediately just like, and just dies. People do not fight for their lives in these movies.
That's a great point.
Dude, like, humans are like very unique in the way that we're able to take an insane amount of damage to our bodies and still keep going.
Adrenaline is a wild drug.
Yeah, these people just like are like, fuck it, kill me. Like,
right? They have zero fight in them.
Go for the eyes. Poke an eyeball out. Take an eye out. Take both eyes out. Fuck it. Leave a lasting impression.
That's why it's like always impossible for like any killer to like have any kind of like hand-to-hand combat with like a victim and not come away completely unscathed. Like, even if you're overpowering the person, like that person's going to fight. Adrenaline's going to kick in. They are going to do some kind of damage, like whether it's a scratch or something. Like,
these people just
you're
give
taking
up.
damage,
just like the hot tub one. The hot tub one too.
Oh, this
also,
is ridiculous.
Can we talk about it? How the fuck? Let me play the clip. Hold on.
Yeah, how the fuck? Just that alone.
Yeah. So this woman is looking over the hot tub, leaning over it to turn it off. And she gets pulled into the fucking hot tub and like drowned by somebody that was hiding in there, aka Billy, aka maybe not. Dude, all right. First of all, they couldn't even pull like the Halloween 2, where you see like the face kind of melting in the hot water. Like, I feel like you could have did that one. You already went for you did blood in like other shit. Somebody's head gets cut off eventually. Like, I don't get that one. But does this fucking guy have like David Blaine-esque like abilities? Was he hanging out in this fucking hot tub this whole time underwater?
Dude, have you ever like put your head under the water in a hot
It's
tub?
painful. It hurts. It's
sucks,
100
dude.
degrees. It's fucking boiling water.
So then, like, have you ever opened your eyes underwater in a fucking hot tub?
Hell no, dude. Hell
So that's
no.
what this guy had to have been doing. He had to have been
Like waiting
sitting
for
underwater with his eyes open to see her fucking leaning over
fucking
in order to do this. Dude. It's
insane.
possible.
This is all setting up a final, I guess, concert, right? Billy,
Which is epic as fuck, dude.
yeah, Billy,
Billy's back.
Billy's back, but he reveals finally what's going on, right? This is not, in fact, Billy. Billy was fucking executed by the state. This is his brother, his twin brother, who he says he wrote everything, but he got none of the credit and all that shit, and he's just fucking going wild. What a twist, man.
Did they
What
say
a
what his
twist.
name was? Did they say
John?
what the twin?
Or-
I wish it was like Willie. That'd have been fucking.
Well, that's
Billy
apparently
and Willie.
That's apparently the tagline is "Will make you bleed."
Oh, they could have definitely named him Willie, dude.
Billy Willie. Well, you could call him. Well,
Billy
Billy
Willie.
Billy is William, Billy, Bill.
Oh,
Will.
yeah, I guess
It's all the same. That's
Yeah,
that's
all the
why
same.
the tagline is fucking. That's hilarious to me.
That was pretty good.
They think it's Billy. Will make you bleed. Good. I don't know, but yeah, she's like not that shocked. She's like a little shocked, but not that shocked. Especially, she brings it up at one point, but she basically sent an innocent dude to the fucking gas chamber, right?
I mean, was he innocent?
Billy didn't kill anybody. It was the brother.
You think in the beginning it was the brother too?
It was the brother in the beginning. Yeah.
Interesting. I thought that it was Billy in the beginning. Billy gets smoked, and now Willie, or I'm sorry, Tom or John, whatever the fuck his name is back to get what he had coming all along in revenge for the brother. But I see what you're saying. He was pissed for not getting credit from the jump. Killed his brother. Okay.
Because she says at one point, she says that like he claimed he was innocent up until the end.
Yeah.
So
Which he was. I got
Yeah,
it.
he was. Yeah. So he went on his date with the girl. Remember he said he's going out on the date or whatever? And then the brother like fucking, I guess, snuck in or came back in and then went on the killing spree. But this dude has a great plan for the end, right? A great finale to his master plan.
This concert, this fucking this rock'em fucking of the ages. This this is why this movie is so good. This fucking like end concert is epic as fuck, man. I would have 100% have gone to seen Sorcery if this was the stage act that you were getting.
We have a clip here, right? The opening of this end concert.
Where you first see fucking Billy, quote unquote, come out in this fucking mask.
Not breakdancing like the
not
dude
the
was in the
fucking-
beginning. Yeah, remember he was breakdancing in the beginning.
Doing stuff in a box of mine.
Hey, this guy.
Yeah.
You like this song?
It was alright. Definitely good. Solid rocker. Oh, the vocals are so hit or miss for me, dude.
Killer on the loose.
I wish you just went a little bit raspier. A little bit.
It didn't. That don't fit the fucking gimmick, man.
It does, dude. You could go a lit. I'm not saying go guttural. Just give me a little
It's not
rasp.
going- just a
Little
little
Louis
rasp.
Armstrong in there, dude. You know, fucking.
But as this motherfucker's doing this shit, like he's singing, he's like literally killing the girls on stage. He
He's gonna have the
decapitates one.
ultimate gore show, is like what he said. That was the line.
Yeah, this
I was like,
this
fuck yeah, dude.
this stage show doesn't really match the music. Not exactly King Diamond,
No,
right? Not
at
exactly
all.
a Merciful Fate show from fucking 1984.
But it looks like one.
Yeah.
So,
We got
dude, this fucking mask. I don't know if anybody else will remember this magazine or not. Like back in the '90s, people got all kinds of like different mail order catalogs and stuff like that for different things. I used to get this magazine called Things You Never Knew Existed. And it was basically like fucking Spencer's in a magazine. It's all the things you would find at like a Spencer's, all the gags and shit like that. But they had like a fucking 4-page back-to-back section in the middle of these magazines that was all masks. Like high-end fucking horror masks and stuff like that. And this was one of those masks in that fucking catalog that I had seen growing up for years. I was like, that fucking mask is so cool. I'd always wanted to get it. It came with the fucking hood and everything. And I seen it in this fucking movie, and I was like, oh, no shit. Like, that's where this whole thing fucking comes from, dude.
There's a few people out there that has it. I think I think Anthony has one, right? I think West Coast Anthony.
Doesn't Dr. Benny Graves have one?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe he does. Maybe he does. He's got a bunch of cool
Does
shit.
Graves Spitter have one? I know he has the Haunted Ween one.
He does have the Haunted Ween one. He stumbled upon that shit, dude. That's fucking
that's
crazy.
wild. I feel like that's the only way I'm ever going to find one of these.
100%.
But
if you fucking remember Things You Never Knew Existed fucking magazine, you fucking drop me a line.
I gotta look that up. But we got a Rainbow Eyes clip here, right? Finally.
So okay, this is the jam, dude. Her vocals, the guitar parts, everything about this is the fucking truth right here, man.
Fucking riff.
Yeah, get it. This fucking rules.
It's got like a mic stand that has like a fucking vibrator on the bottom. Remember when you had hair like that? I like the tempo change. Goes to the breakdown.
So good.
So she, for some reason, is just having no problem fucking singing at this point. But
wasn't she like drugged into that coffin?
Yeah. But
then she just like comes out and is like, yeah. Well, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude?
He's like, let's do it. Let's put on a fucking show. She's like, all right. Which I guess I would
show must go on.
I guess if I woke up after being like drugged and put in a coffin, and I was in front of like fucking 5,000 people in an auditorium, somebody handed me a guitar, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Yeah. All right. I'll take what I can get. She's a rock
star. She's like, oh, this again? No worries. I'm used to waking up in these scenarios.
What do you think about the way that they end the movie?
This is fucking lame, dude. This is so fucking lame. This was like honestly one of the big things about this movie that I think fucking sucks, that like almost takes me out of it, is that we get this whole thing. It's a traditional fucking slasher. There's like a good twist that, every decent slasher I feel like has to have that. This one does a good job of like saving it till the end to reveal everything that's going on. And then there's no like finale kill.
No, it doesn't really end. It just kind of stops.
It just stops. And like, there's no implication whether or not fucking Billy, quote unquote, the twin brother, lives or dies. It's just an open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
We hit him with a fucking guitar.
Yeah. Oh, the guitar like explodes also, which I've never seen that happen before.
That will not happen.
I had that happen to an amp of mine once. But I like how he's singing and bleeding from the head at the same time.
Good man.
So it just pretty much ends here. Him singing, he's bleeding from the head.
It literally like does a freeze frame and then like credits roll of this shot.
And he does the I'm back. And he doesn't even like fall or anything. He just...
He's standing there screaming with credits rolling.
Lame.
Lame.
Ending could have been better.
Yeah,
But this is a solid metal horror movie though. The music.
No, it
makes
is.
up
It
for
is.
it.
I don't mean to like pan it so hard. I'm just saying like on this watch, I feel like there was a lot of things that were a little bit boring. Maybe because I've seen it so many times, it's just become like, you know.
The norm.
But all in all, that ending is pretty weak. I mean,
Yeah.
for real.
Rocktober, fucking blood, man. Go get the tape. Fuck it. Go spend 100 and fucking whatever it is on the tape.
Yeah, don't do
Go do it. Be cool like me. Come on. Go do that shit. But we kind of like doing the surprise next week type thing. I feel like that's been going pretty good. We stream every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast. But on Tuesday, the 22nd of October at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have Mr. Brian Paulin on himself, and we're going to cover Fetus. Brian Paulin, as you may know from At Dawn They Sleep, Cryptic Plasm, Bone Sickness,
Morbid Tales.
all that shit that I fucking love. Chris fucking loves it. Modern hyper gore. It'll be exciting to talk movies and music with him because we're going to do a fucking Wide World of Metal with him also, because if you've ever seen any of those fucking Morbid Vision movies, they're all about
Our man's a
fucking
fan.
metal. Yeah, they're all about metal. So that's going to be on Tuesday the 22nd, live on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Grizz, speaking of the Wide World of Metal, what do we have this week besides probably the best produced death, like caveman death shit that I've ever heard?
This is 100% caveman music, dude. This is a band all the way from Quebec, some Canadian, some French Canadian,
All the way
caveman
from Quebec.
metal.
That's pretty close. That's closer to you probably than it is than you are to me.
Primal Horde is the name of this band, and this is their latest EP named Primal Horde. They put out a demo before. They also put out another EP, which was their original back in, I believe it was 2022, called Blood River. But this is their latest release. It's going to be out. It's out now. It came out this past year, I believe in July was the official release date of this album. But man, this is a fucking arsenal. This is an ear assault album. It's heavy, man.
This
Like,
is
what
like,
did you think of this?
It's like Mortician production, but with like more of a regular modern death metal band.
Yeah.
So like that super low end, where you feel like you're just getting hit with like a wall of bass. It's something about the way that like the guitars and the bass are all mixed, where it just sounds like one block of sound coming at you.
Yeah. A fucking wall of noise.
Yeah, I fucking love this shit. Let's. Where do you want to start? Which one do you want to start with?
Let's get into Blood Soaked as our first kickoff point.
Like you hear that low end is sick. Oh, did we mention
fucking
the
drum,
singer
dude.
is fucking insanely good also? Probably one of the best death metal vocals I've ever heard, honestly.
Just, dude, an assault
Heavy
is like
as
what this
fuck.
band brings.
Everything about this fucking band is heavy as fuck. The shit is fuck. The singer is great. Like the singer is, like, honestly one of the best death metal singers I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's so guttural, with like a hint of clarity, not like heavy clarity, like early death metal, but like that real good fucking like dismembered fucking type of like vocal delivery, dude. It really fucking is just as like epic and cavernous sounding as the music is. The production on the vocals is matching so well to like how
I agree.
like it sounds like it's in the middle of a fucking cave in a mountain, dude. That's like the best way to describe it. Let's get into let's do Primal Horde, the title track to the album here.
This guy sounds like he could be like fucking Corpse Grinder's brother. Like,
yeah, dude, for sure.
like this shit is fucking.
I love that album artwork too.
Looks like your arm.
Dude, that fucking baby there's some fucking
Man. What vocals?
So good. I saved my favorite song for last here, though. The way that they go into this like halftime shift in this fucking riff made me so happy the first time I heard it. It just made me want to like fucking mud stomp in a pit, dude. Just like it's so fucking
Made
good.
me want to eat a fucking bucket of charcoal.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what I want.
There it is. Did you mosh to this, man?
Fuck yeah, dude. Picking up pennies.
Oh, damn. Halftime.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. That shit is bad, dude.
Dude, that's fucking... This is probably one of my favorite things we've done, like, in a while.
It's
like
so good, dude.
It's such, like, a groovy album. You know what I mean? Like... I don't get it. How do these guys do this shit? Like, where do they come up?
Right
Like,
this
who
shit
fucking...
gets me hyped.
Yeah, like I wanna just punch holes in my wall right now.
Yeah, dude, like this is like the stuff that I want to play so bad that I've like always been trying to find like-minded people to like put something like this together, and it's so hard to find the right group of people, the right mindset,
Yeah,
to like do exactly what you're thinking. And this is a 4-piece. These guys fucking pulled it
That's
off,
sick.
man.
this is like one of those bands where like you dig a hole to this music.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
This is ditch digger music, dude.
Yeah, you move fucking concrete blocks to this music.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome
shit like
fucking
that.
gym
Cut down a
music, dude.
tree
You will-
or something.
You will destroy the fucking weights at the gym if you fucking put this on.
Yeah,
for
this
sure.
is Alan Cantation. Mike always says everything is his favorite, but this time I believe it. Alan Cantation. I'm gonna let you into the psyche of me.
Gabriel all day. Greetings from fucking Argentina, dude. Fuck yeah, what's good, my dude?
I
All right,
used
yeah,
to
back
be-
to Mike's psyche.
I used to be such a fucking negative person, man. I used to always say like everything sucks. I used to be so fucking negative, and I realized that people used to just think I was a fucking asshole. So I stopped trying to look at the bad, and I look at the good in everything. So when we're watching these movies, instead of looking at like the bad shit, I try to pick out the good things, and like that makes me very susceptible to saying that this is my favorite thing.
See, we're like that little cartoon characters of
I'm
the
like a
angel
golden
and
retriever.
the devil. So Mike's like the little angel over here, and I'm like the devil over here.
Yeah.
Who like Mike likes everything because he's a better person now, and I'm gonna tell you that everything fucking sucks because it fucking sucks. But this band fucking rules, and I highly recommend you go to
Yes.
fucking Primal Horde's Bandcamp, get on their fucking Spotify, follow them on anything that you can to give these guys support. Check out this latest release that just released in June. Primal Horde, man. This is the fucking shit right here.
Yeah, that's some shit. Damn, man. This is like the type of stuff that if you have subs in your car, it like loosens the bolts in your seat.
Dude, this would be
know?
nasty with a system.
You
Fuck
start
yeah.
rattling, like the hood starts rattling and shit. It fucking comes off when you do it 65 on the highway.
Dude, I know my neighbors were not happy with me about 2 hours ago when I found this album, I can tell you.
You gotta hook the boombox up to the ride-on mower and start fucking scare that grass off the lawn.
Fuck yeah,
it.
dude.
But this was fucking awesome, seriously. So yeah, Grizz, I think that just about wraps it up for this week.
Yes, it does, man. Good episode, man. This was fun.
Yeah, I had a good time, especially with this fucking band. Jesus Christ. Where could they find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram at Kane_enabler.
And you can find me at Bad Taste Video, and you can find everything we do at www.badtastevideo.com. We stream live on our YouTube page, youtube.com/@badtastevideopodcast every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, October 22nd, we're going to have Brian Paulin on as a special guest. If you've ever seen At Dawn They Sleep or Cryptic Plasm, Bone Sickness, Fetus.
For the 27th.
Yeah,
Please.
dude, it's gonna be fucking awesome. But if you don't want to watch it live, you can always listen to it via podcast that we release every Thursday morning. Super early, we actually do that, 12:01 a.m. But you can also see the YouTube videos anytime you want on our YouTube page. But I think that just wraps it up for this week. We will be continuing the fall meltdown, I guess. I don't know what the fuck.
This weekend, we're going to be continuing the fall.
Oh, yes. Fucking
fun.
shit. Yeah. What day are we doing this? Friday? Saturday? What day do you want to do it?
I'm good Friday night. You want to roll Friday night? We had a good time last time.
Yeah. You want to try a little later?
Yeah, dude. You want to go for like what?
You want to do like 10? A 10? Yeah.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Because then I can watch SmackDown.
I know you're worried about the wrestling.
Yeah. So, yeah. Ooh, grave digging music.
Very much
actually,
so.
Man, just from my personal experiences, they're not listening to this.
Boston. But yeah, so this Friday night at 10 o'clock, we are going to be doing the best of Bad Taste video in a way. We're going to have some categories of our favorite gore clips, our favorite, maybe some different weapon classes that we'll go through.
Test the limits of YouTube.
Yeah, we're really going to push it. We're going to show you our favorite scenes from the things that we've covered over the past 325 episodes. If you have any things that you guys really, really want to see this weekend on Friday night, be sure to hit us up on our social media channels. Let us know exactly, what movie you're into, why you're into it. Be happy to add it to our list. But definitely come join us because this is going to be a fucking blast digging through all the fucking super gore that we have in stock, man.
Yeah, and may give you some ideas of some movies to watch for Halloween. That's why we wanted to do it a little bit earlier, so you kind of have maybe a few things.
We'll even do our top 5 best Halloween movies. We'll pull clips from those so that you guys really get some deep Halloween clips, man.
I like that. And that's going to be Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe you people on the West Coast could get in on the action. Right?
100%.
And
everybody
and apparently people from other countries also. That's
you guys are awesome, dude. Argentina, fucking blowing my mind, dude.
All right, so that just about wraps it up right now. Thank you everybody for coming. Grizz, anything else you want to mention?
I'm good, man. We will see you guys next fucking week.
Goodbye.